What's good, y'all guys? We're back again with another video. I want to say shout out to my boy favortie on Twitter. He gave me the idea for this video. So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to name my top 22 moments of 2022 with the NBA. It's just kind of hard. Like, a lot of them were bullshit. Like, just shit. Because I had to make 22 moments. I didn't have that much in my head. So I had to just make some bullshit up for some of them. But hope you enjoy. Hope you like the video. Please subscribe, share with your friends. A couple bullshit ones. No offense, but Pascal Siakam game 4, I believe he dropped 38, 11, and 6. And that was at that moment. Pascal was one of my biggest agenda players. I made a video about him, and just to see how he ended that season off, he was dominating that season. He kind of had the first three actually bad games of that series. They went down 3-0, but he stepped it up that game, and he almost led the comeback for them coming down from a 3-0 lead, but they lost in 6. But that was a good one. Luka's big game a couple days ago, really good. I had to put that on there. Also with Embiid, I think he had 59, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, and 8 blocks. Had to put that on there. Like I said, Luka, 60, 20, and 10. Something we will probably never be able to see again. And that was just amazing to see. I'm still trying to figure out which performance is better. I know a lot of people are saying Luka because like you don't see a guard get those numbers, and I understand that. But like, you don't see a big getting those numbers too, all in one game, 7 assists, 8 blocks. That's crazy. But I don't know who. They were both amazing performances, and I'm happy that they both won the game because they're not forgotten performances now. We can't forget about them because they won those games. Another one of my agenda players, Jordan Poole, having that first series that he had where he averaged damn near 30. And that was a good one for me because I had that agenda back in the summer of 2021. I said he was the most underrated young prospect in the league, and he showed it that whole year, and that capped it off. In your first playoff, you're dominating against a really good team. So that was a good one. He versus Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. Seeing Jimmy Butler dominate for 6 games because he was out 1 game. That was just fun to see. Also seeing Jaylen Brown step it up because Jason Tatum, he didn't have a dominant series that series. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like to Jason Tatum's standards. But Jaylen Brown stepped it up for him, and it was just a really good series that came down to basically one shot. Another one was the second half of the season for Jalen Green. I was a person that critiqued Jalen Green a lot. He just reminded me so much of Malik Monk coming out of college, so I wasn't really that high on him. But that second half, with him not really having a point guard, you're going out there averaging 23 points, 4 assists, shooting 47% from the field, 38% from the 3. That was really good for me, really good. It actually kind of turned me into a stan. Like, I'm a really huge fan of Jalen Green, so that's another moment. Andrew Wiggins' dunk, and his whole playoff performance in general, but that dunk on Luka was crazy, one of the best dunks I've ever seen. I feel like we kind of forget about Andrew Wiggins when we talk about the most athletic guys in the league. The nigga, like, if you seen him a couple videos ago, the nigga got drafted because his athleticism is through the roof. And he just took off on 2 feet, took off right over Luka. And I'm happy they changed that to not a foul, because at first it was an offensive foul because it looked like he elbowed him, but he really didn't. And it was just an amazing dunk in a good series where he actually played some really good defense on Luka. So shout out to him for that. Giannis in game 2. Like I said, this is bullshit because I don't even know what game 2 that was. Oh, that was the second game where he dropped 40. That was a really good game. They lost, but that was a really good game. Bullshit, like I said. I'm not going to have 22 moments. That's why when I first seen the idea, I liked it, and I was like, oh shit, I got to think of 22 moments. That's hard. But Jokic winning the MVP, that was really good to see because the media still, they don't back him up like that. But to see him overcome that, carry that sorry-ass team with Bones Highland. Well, I would say Aaron Gordon was the second best player last year. But Aaron Gordon being the second best player and you carry that team to a 6 seed, the numbers that he had was crazy. The performances that he had was crazy. He deserved it. In my opinion, I gave it to Giannis at that time, but I wasn't mad if you gave it to Jokic. I feel like him, Embiid, and Jokic were just all with each other. So I'm happy that he got that. For me personally, as a Lakers fan, the 1 month we got of seeing Prime AD was fun. All the narratives I was putting him over Tatum and Luka, that was fun to see because I felt like he wasn't getting hurt no more. And then the nigga sprained his ankle in the air. Like, that shit shouldn't even be possible. But you can have that. Another one of the bullshit ones. It's not really bullshit. It's one of my guys, Devin Booker. 51 3/4 is crazy. crazy. We got to start talking about D-Book when we talk about greatest scorers of all time. That might be an overreaction sentence, but like if you look at the scoring performances that he's had, he's up there with him, man. Now, about a week ago, he had 45 in 3 quarters. Like, D-Book is one of them guys, bro. He closed that game out in 3 quarters. He's one of them guys. And that's all the bullshit ones for real. Hey, what's up, y'all? Over 87% of you guys don't subscribe to me. Please, subscribe, man. You see the goal we're trying to reach. We're trying to reach this by March 1st. You might be asking, what is March 1st? That is my birthday. Y'all birthday present to me would be giving me 1,000 subscribers. So please subscribe. If you are subscribed, share with your friends. That will help out. Now my next one is Brandon Ingram in the playoffs, averaging 27, 7, and 7. If you know me, you know I'm a Brandon Ingram stan, and I've always felt like he was a top 20 player in the league. I still do. I still feel like he's the best player on the Pelicans team, even when they're fully healthy. And I was happy we was able to see him, not just me, but the world was able to see him step it up in the playoffs and just look like a superstar, man. He completely dominated that series. Sadly, his teammates were bad. They showed up, though. They pushed that series to 6 games. But, man, if he had Zion, they would have did some things. And that second round, they would have faced Luka, and that just would have been an amazing series. But it was just fun for me to finally see my boys shining on the big lights. I'm going to keep it with the Pelicans. Zion 360 has to be up there. The dunk alone was crazy for his big ass. His celebration for it was just smooth. Look at his walk. It's crazy, right? But it just showed me we're back to rivalries in the game, man. The immediate fake fight after the game, Chris Paul being dirty, then gonna walk away from the fight, and Willie Green trying to, like, he's about that. But, like, it was just a really good moment, man, because I feel like the game has gotten soft and we don't have that much rivalries. But this solidified these two as rivalries, and I'm loving it, man. I'm really loving it, and that's what we need in the game more. Najee Marshall, one of my favorite players in the fucking league. You know I had to get my Cavs agenda in there. Seeing my guys on national TV show up, especially Darius. Darius was like lights out this time. And if you hear the commentary, I wish I could play it behind it. But he was just killing, and the whole crowd was chanting. And it was fun to see my 3 guys there. I felt like they deserved to be there. It's not just because it was in Cleveland. No, this is 3 of the best young talent we have in the league. And they simply dominated right here. They beat Team Giannis badly. And they almost lost to the rookies, but they ended up winning because Darius is he's one of them, man. Of course, another moment was seeing my boys finally make the All-Star team. Seeing Jared Allen make the All-Star team after he got snubbed at first and put Chris Middleton over him, and even Chris Middleton will tell you he didn't deserve it. But then also seeing Darius make it, man. He went from being from stats, one of the worst players in the NBA in his rookie year, to being an all-star. He made it not on an injury replacement. No, he made it as one of the guards. So for me, that was very fun and exciting to see. Of course, I had to add us getting Donovan Mitchell. It was a really crazy experience. I remember like 3 weeks or 4 weeks before he got traded to us, it was announced that we were interested. And I was like, nah, I don't do that. At that time, I wasn't really a big Donovan Mitchell guy. Then like a week or so after that, they announced that we were no longer interested. And I was kind of cool. I was like, yep, another season with Sexland and our young core. We finally get to see what we look like. And then 2 weeks later, we trade for him. And at that time, I wasn't mad. I was actually pretty happy because like he solidified our young core. And when I really looked at it, we seal all the stuff that he lacks. So, and his whole experience as of right now has been super fun. So, yeah, this is one of my favorite moments, of course, of 2022. And this is the last Cavs one, I believe, to seeing my boy Darius dominate, go for 50, man. I know Darius can be out here and be a 26 per game scorer, but he doesn't really do it that often because he really doesn't need to. We have a decent team and he doesn't have to, but when he gets in that mode, it's not a lot of guys that can stop him. They play some really good defense here, but he had to go into that mode because we was down by a lot. And they kept playing drop covers for some reason. He just started dominating. And that's what I want from Darius every game. Like, you don't have to give me 50, but dude, you are one of the best scorers in the NBA. I know it. You just got to show me. You got to show them. You don't have to show me. I've been watching Darius since high school. So this is why I'm so passionate about his game and all this stuff. But, like, you don't got to show me you're one of them guys because I already know. Just go out there and score at will because that's how easy it is for you, man. It's so easy for Darius. Like, this move right here, stop on a dime, that's crazy. Now, this one, not a lot of people are going to remember, but this Summer League game was elite. One of the best moments, one of the best games of 2022. Apollo dominating, Keegan Murray hooping. And then for Keegan to hit this shot, that arena was jumping. That was the game of the night that night, and it was just really fun, man. They scored 6 points in 7 seconds. That was a really good game. A really good game. Sad that it came down to like a sorry ass buzzer beater in overtime to end the game. But man, it was a really good game, bro. Really good game. Now right here, I have to do it. Jason Tatum Game 6 is pretty up there. I would say this is in my top 5 moments of 2022. I'm a person that's been very critical of Jason Tatum. And for him to do this back against the wall, you're down 3-2 against the best player in the world. It kind of reminded me of like what Paul George used to do back in the day against LeBron. And in this game, he didn't really have it going in that first half. And then in that end of the third quarter and like the whole fourth quarter, he just started dominating. He scored 30 points in the whole second half. He was him. He proved to me. And this is the game that I said to myself after this. He's a superstar. He's not just an all-star. He's not just a really good player. No, Jason Tatum is a solidified top 10 player. I even put him over Paul George after this game, and that was super hard for me to do. But this game right here, back against the wall, and you have to win or you're going home, it solidified him as a superstar to me. Like, no doubt. No doubt. Another moment for me is Minnesota versus Memphis in the first round. I wanted this series badly, like towards the middle of the season where I realized the Timberwolves were legit and the Grizzlies were starting to turn it up. I wanted this series badly because I felt like it was going to be what it was. A lot of trash talk, a lot of young nigga shit, and that's what it was, man. And I wanted to see Ja versus Ant, and I was just happy because, one, I picked the Timberwolves to make the playoffs. If you don't believe me, go back to my video and my season prediction video. I picked them to make the playoffs, and then a couple weeks after that, in the first week of the season, the Timberwolves faced the Bucks, and Anthony Edwards closed that game. And me being such an Ant fan at that time, I said, I don't care. He's the best player on this team. And he showed me in the playoffs, and I was happy to finally see that. We also got to see him versus Ja, and Ja probably is the most exciting player other than Steph Curry in the league. And it was just a really good series, and I picked the Timberwolves to win. They would have did it if they were smart and they were not young and dumb. But hey, it was still a really good series for me. I really enjoyed it, man. And probably the best series of last year. Right here, Game 4, Steph Curry. This is the second to last moment. I've always been a huge fan of Steph Curry, but like this right here just solidified. He's one of my all-time favorites. He just wasn't going to lose, and I like that. Like, his back was legit against the wall. They were down 2-1 in a hostile environment. Draymond just got benched the game previously, and like just seeing what him talk about this game and his mindset going into this game, he was doing all this shit in the beginning of the first quarter for Draymond Green because he just wanted to have his brothers back. And I love this game, bro. He was damn near unstoppable. 43 points, took off in that second half. It was really fun to watch, real fun to watch, and right there, like I said, solidified him as a top 10 player for me. Last but not least, man, the Warriors winning the championship. My favorite moment of this year. Not just because I'm not a Warriors fan at all. I promise you, I'm not a Warriors fan at all. But like, I love good basketball. We got the opportunity to legit watch a dynasty. And I knew the narratives behind this. Like, if they didn't get it, oh, he can't do it without a super team. And to see Steph Curry go out there and be the best player by far and dominate a series, having an all-time finals, I needed that. Then to see my boy Draymond Green step it up in the last 3 games, I think they won this game because not only Steph, but him, man. Draymond Green was really good. Hit 2 threes in this game. He was elite on defense. And I love this. I love this, seeing Wiggins overcome all the agendas that was pushed against him, calling him a bust and all this stuff. And to see him win a championship. To see my boy Jordan Poole, who I've been pushing for a year, to on the big stage, he's winning the championship. Guys like Otto Porter, I seen play with John Wall when I first really started watching basketball. Like, it was a really good championship, and I enjoyed every single second of it. And yeah, I just love good basketball, and this was good basketball to me, man. So that's it for me, man. If you have any other moments you want to say, comment them down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hopefully 2023 is even better. We had some really good basketball this year. Really good basketball. It's a lot of moments. Hopefully you get a lot more. But other than that, man, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.